Deshaun.
That's why I moved this here.
Hey, my white brethren and Canadian neighbor. I like how Phillips escaped the being white. What system do you think What system do you think has the best library of games? Not counting PC. This should be good.
Jeez, I don't know.
I like how he just has to cripple Phillips' answer.
Yeah, I mean, like it takes the big. That would be my answer.
Well, I think that's like the easy answer though, right? Because like PC has almost everything except for like the first party exclusives.
I think that for a lot of people, I mean, they could honestly answer with one of the consoles, and that would be their honest answer, and just based on their personal preferences. So for me, I would say it's the PS4. I have always been a big fan of Sony's consoles. I had a Nintendo. I liked it, but I also had a PC at the time from the mid 80s, and I preferred gaming there. It was when I got a PS1, honestly, where I really had my eyes open to how good console gaming could be. And that's what made me fall in love with console gaming. So PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, I love all of them. And, for me, that's my favorite console experience. And I think PS4, just from their first-party content or exclusive content alone, there's been so many games on that system that I've just absolutely loved. And then when you include all the third-party stuff, all the indie stuff, in my opinion, if I'm not allowed to say PC, I think PS4 has the best library.
Nice. I don't know. It's hard for me, at least. Like I really like the GameCube's library, but I also really like the Wii U's library because it has my 3 favorite Zelda games on it. It has my favorite 2D and 3D Mario game on it. If you don't count the NES, it has a really good Pikmin game on it. It has Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I think is severely underrated and underplayed. Tokyo Mirage Sessions was really cool. It has a handful of third-party games that I really enjoyed on it, like Black Flag. That's where I played Black Flag. It's where I played Arkham Origins, which I really enjoyed. Splinter Cell Blacklist is on there. I think the Wii U has a really strong library trapped on a not so great consoles. I think it shows how the Switch is basically porting the entire library. Captain Toad, Bayonetta 2, those games were awesome. I think the Wii U has a strong case for one of the strongest libraries. And that's not even counting virtual consoles, but I really like the GameCube's library. N64's library is really good. Man, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because if you name a console, I usually have a pretty good solid memories of playing games on there. Even something like the Dreamcast, that kind of stuff. So I don't know, man. It's hard.
Mine's a quick one. I think the way to answer this question is to take the games that are only specifically available on that particular system. And I would say the Super Nintendo. Best library ever.
Yeah, see, I never really got into the Super Nintendo because I never had one until late.
Yeah.
And then by the time I started playing those games, the N64 was out, and that system was amazing for me at the time. So playing Mario 64 and Zelda and Smash and Mario Kart, even though I think that's one of the worst Mario Karts, but Mario Tennis and Mario Golf were awesome. Star Fox, I think a lot of the Nintendo 64's library was pretty good. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Super Nintendo is like a really big gaping hole in my gaming library. So
It's real good.
that's what I've heard. I heard it's one of the best, some people would say.
And then there's Moose. What do you think, sir?
See, that's a tough one. Which console has the best library? I mean, personally, I'm gonna go PS4. It has my favorite library.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, it has the best library. Like, it's got a crap ton of really good indies on it. And it has a lot of good AAA third party, and then it has, I think, the best console exclusives for this generation, and including the mid-generation Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think all the games, like, Bloodborne, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, like, those crush Super Mario Odyssey and Legend of Zelda, even though I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan. And I love Breath of the Wild. Like, in hindsight, like, when you think about it and playing it, there's like, yeah, they could have tweaked this, they could have tweaked that, and so you sit there and kind of like second guess like where you put it on your list of titles. But anyways, not that the Switch doesn't have great games, but I just feel Sony's PS4 library, like, you could pretty much just have a PS4 for the rest of your lifetime and play like a tremendous amount of great games on it. Like, I mean, if you had access to my library,
Jeez,
like the games I own, you would probably never have to buy another game for the rest of your life. So, I mean, it's just,
except Bloodborne 2.
yeah. But so I think the PS4 is really good, and I mean, it's got some really good games coming out, and then I mean, it also has the VR. So, like, that's the other thing. I mean, granted, you have to buy another piece of technology to play the VR games, but they've put out a lot of really good. There's a lot of really good VR games out there. So it's awesome. So I loved PlayStation 1. I had a PlayStation 1. Played a lot of classic RPGs on there. Star Ocean Second Story. Played Final Fantasy VII. A lot of the sprite-based, turn-based JRPGs, and loved them to death. Had a PlayStation 2, love that. Didn't have a PS3. We've talked about that. And so it's just, I think the 4 is just the best. If I had to pick out of all three of the PlayStations that I've owned, I would pick 4, which I own currently. Matt?
I'm here.
I know.
Mine was Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. We're done.
Yeah. Well, so that's it for questions.
All right.
So I guess that brings episode 138 of Nerds Gone Rogue to an end.
We did.
I just want to say that the Mortal Kombat trailer from today's State of Play was really, really good, and it's making me. I'm not a big fighting game fan, but everything about this game is making me really want to play it. Like, everything they're showing just looks so good.
So is it that you don't like fighting games, or you?
Well, I'm terrible at them, and I typically don't like to play games that I'm terrible at.
Okay, so it's more along the lines of, like, you enjoy them like I do, but you just don't play them because you suck at them. Like,
yeah.
I like watching people play them. I like when people get excited about them. Like, when I talk to Gideon, and he's always got a fighting game on the horizon.
Oh, yeah.
Tekken 7, he was playing.
Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive.
Well,
I think he's in the beta for
The last one I remember getting obsessed with was on PS1. I think it was Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I went nuts over that. And so I loved that. And I have not played a Mortal Kombat game. Jeez.
Forever.
Since the 90s.
Yeah. I think I maybe played MK Trilogy on PS1.
I think the last Mortal Kombat game I played was actual Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, like I think it was the Sega Genesis version. Yep. I think that's the last actual Mortal Kombat game I played.
It had the blood.
And because the Super Nintendo version didn't, right?
Yeah, it just had, I guess, what was it, gray blobs?
Yeah,
so and
Everything
when
about this
decapitate-
game
when
looks
something
awesome.
goes out your spine, all you do is sweat.
Yeah, it just looks so good. From the fatalities to just like I love the humor in it, and it just looks really interesting to me, anyways.
Deshaun in in the chat. Why does C Doggy Dog always look like he's sad and quiet?
Was that me?
Yeah.
He listens to Nickelback all day, so he's always contemplating his life.
Ouch.
It's fair. Anybody would be sad if they listened to Nickelback all day.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
See, he knows music.
Who does?
Well,
Nickelback's the band that moms listen to because they think their kids think it's popular.
I mean, they're selling records. Somebody's got to be buying them.
There's a lot of moms out there.
I just want to say to Deshaun, I have a counter question. How come your nickname game is so good with Corey?
Dog and dog. That needs to be on a shirt.
Keep that coming, Deshaun. Bump into Corey again and just give him a new nickname. It'd be great.
Am I supposed to answer that question, or
I mean, he's asking.
I don't know. I just kind of let the conversation happen and jump in when I feel like it. And if I don't feel like I have anything to say, I'm not gonna just like, hey guys, I'm gonna say something cool about this, you know. So I don't know. Plus I'm like, I am tired, but that's every day now. So
Yeah. Yep.
Well, we survived this show without Riley interrupting.
that's not true. I muted myself quite a
Did
bit.
you? Oh.
So I have a mute button on the microphone so it doesn't show up on the video.
Oh, I was like, what the hell's going on? You didn't mute yourself at all.